Hello friends, welcome to my channel. And it's been 8 months after my hair transplant surgery, and this is the third time I am coming for my haircut. This is the hair salon where I'll be getting my third haircut. So you can see that these are the extra hairs, and all these long hairs become very messy when I have to apply minoxidil and other things for hair care. And you can see even on the sides the hair growth is too much. You can see that all these hairs are going in all the direction because they are so long and they are growing so fast. So I have to get haircut. So you can see that the growth is still okay, and the look is kind of fine. My full hair is getting covered, and this is the donor area. You can see that the growth is too much. This is the another angle. I'm showing you the growth of my donor area. The hair are so long, they are, I can even hold them by hand. So they are too long. So this is the third time, and my hair are growing very fast because of all the supplements and the hair care I am taking. So yes, this is the time to get my third haircut this time. So okay, I'll just get the haircut and shoot the next sequence of the video after. So this is how my hair are looking like after getting trim. So I have cut my hair short so that I can take care of the hair easily, and I have hidden that shop name because of some reasons. The shop name was not appropriate as per the video content, so I have hidden it. So you can see that skull is not being shown. Even the video I am shooting is in full sunlight. You can see this the donor area. My hair are half white, kind of mixed. That's why I apply henna for hair color. You can see that at least the density of the hair has increased. And that is the satisfactory part. I'm shooting this video in full sunlight so that you can get a clear picture. The purpose of this video is to provide you honest opinion and the information. So this is the full result in sunlight, and this is the donor area. I'll be applying henna after haircut so that the color of the hair is even balanced. The video footage I shot in the sunlight was not very clear. That's why I have shot another sequence in the indoor lighting, and hopefully this is giving better clarity to you. So this is the problem area, and when I see the density in the middle part of the head, it has increased quite a bit. When you see the previous image which I have showed in the left hand side, you can see that the density of the hair on the middle part has increased quite a bit because of the hair transplant. So when new grafts has been transplanted in between the existing hair, because of the new stencils and the new hair follicles, the existing hair quality also improves. So I'll keep updating the progress of hair transplant, and you will see that how the condition is improving or it is not, and whatever is happening. So you can see that this is the problem area where the result is not that much. You can see in the side photo how much grafts were transplanted during the hair transplant session, and you can see the result is not that great. I can say only 40% hair are there of what the transplanted hair were among 200 to 300 grafts, but only 50-60 grafts are growing. So this is the problem area, and that is why I always suggest that get hair transplant done from a clinic which is very expert in the frontal hairline creation. And that I hope with whatever efforts I am taking, the result here might improve in future. So this is a learning lesson for all of you guys. Whoever is watching this video, make sure you get your transplant done only from the clinic where the technician and hair transplant surgeon is expert in creation of the frontal hairline and temporal corners. So this is how my hair is looking after the haircut. Long hair always look fuller and denser, but I wanted to see how my short hair is looking like, and this is how they are looking like after the haircut. So in my case, around 2500 grafts as per the doctor are transplanted in my full head, and during the transplant, there was a graft shortage when the technician reached the crown area. So crown area is almost blank. So this is a shame when we get a transplant surgery done from an experienced transplant surgeon who claims to have 15 years of experience and is having his own operation theater and personal or privately hired technical staff. And before transplant, when I was consulting with the doctor, my transplant surgeon, I clearly mentioned that this is my problem area and the crown is my two problem areas. So I wanted to make sure that densely transplanted grafts are there in these two areas, this one and the crown area. And based on the experience, my transplant surgeon said that okay, I'm a 15-year experienced transplant surgeon, I have done MD, and 90% of the grafts will be surviving and you'll be having a good result. And I clearly mentioned this before the transplant surgery, and you can see this photo which is on the left hand side on the transplant after the transplant surgery, and this is my condition after 8 months. You tell me, I mean, I think almost 200-300 grafts are there in the frontal hairline. You tell me how many grafts are there. And my transplant is not very cheap. I mean, I didn't go for too much cost saving for the hair transplant. It was done by a 15-year experienced transplant surgeon. I can say it was done under his supervision by 2 technicians, and so 90% of the operation or transplant was done by those 2 technicians, and the surgeon was saying that my technicians are very expert. I don't see where the expertise are. So when I do my styling this way, you can see that this is the gap, and this is how I comb my hair in order to hide that gap. And after getting hair transplant surgery, and that to 2500 grafts, you don't expect these types of gap in the hairline. So during transplant surgery also, I can say that mostly 90% of the surgery was done by those 2 technicians, and only few slits were created by the hair transplant surgeon. And this happens in most of the transplant clinic, that the major surgery is done by the technicians. The surgeon is there only for supervision. So you have to clearly ask this before getting hair transplant done in any clinic, that what will be the total role of technician and the transplant surgeon. So I was thinking that my graft quality is very good, and I have a very dense donor area, and I have a 15-year experienced transplant surgeon. I mean, the surgery was done under his supervision, I can say. But after doing this, my frontal hairline is having some gaps. This is not what I was expecting. There are some gaps in the middle, that is fine, but frontal hairline should be done pitch perfect, 100% perfect. In this side by side image comparison, you can see that were a lot of grafts transplant in the frontal hairline, but yeah, the result is not that great. This side and that side was done by another technician, and that technician didn't knew how to do a very good hair transplant. So this side hair transplant, I mean, that technician didn't do a very good job, I can say. If the technicians was very experienced and a 15-year transplant surgeon was supervising them, these types of mistakes should not happen. If I comb my hair this way, you can see that there is a gap in the frontal hairline, and this is a blunder which an experienced technician won't do, and we don't expect these types of mistakes. And even in the crown area, I mean, there was a blunder of graft shortage. So when a plastic surgeon is supervising and an experienced technician is doing, we don't expect these blunders. You can see that this is how my donor area is. I can say that one positive point I can see by getting transplant surgeon done by experienced surgeon is that there are no gaps in the donor area. The donor area is still very dense, as you can see. In some other YouTubers case, I can see that the donor area is messed up and there is a big bald patch, but in my case, at least I can say that that's a positive point, that the transplant surgeon and the technicians were skilled enough not to mess up my donor area. It is still very dense. It is the graft extraction was done evenly. There are no major big gaps. You can see clearly my donor area is kind of still intact, still in good condition. You can even see from this angle that the donor area is still in a pretty good condition, and that's a good thing. That's a positive point I can say about my transplant surgery. The crown area is only visible from a certain top angle position, and I think that is okay for me. I mean, I have enough hair to cover my full head and not to look completely bald. If you see in the middle portion, and if you compare with my previous photo before hair transplant, the hair were very weak, and now after the hair transplant, at least there are some hair to cover my full head, and that is enough for me to give a good hairstyle from my front part. So okay hair to cover full head, and you can see here that my hair are half white, and that's why I apply henna on my hair for hair color. So I use Ayurvedic henna, which is having zero chemical. At least this is what it is mentioned on the outer wrapper of the packet, and I apply it just after the hair cut to give my hair color. Those mixed hair of white and black look very bad. That's why I apply henna just after the haircut. That's my mehndi routine. So this is another video clipping where I'm showing my hair transplant result after haircut in sunlight with proper lighting. You can say it is visible clearly. And few more points I will always mention in my video regarding hair care is that do not unnecessarily apply hair color. I mean, my hair were very healthy. I applied hair color unnecessarily too much just to cover my white hair, and because of that I had tremendous hair fall. And when I was taking medication for hair regrowth, my doctor didn't guide me properly and I suddenly stopped the medication, and that was also a big contributing factor regarding my hair loss. Apart from that, I have worked over a decade in corporate sector, and because of the working schedules there is a lot of stress, and stress is one of the biggest contributor for hair loss. Apart from that, if you are a regular smoker and drinker, try to manage those, or I mean get rid of those bad habits. They are also contributing a lot regarding the bad hair fall. Apart from that, always choose a clinic which is giving a very good result in the front hairline or the crown part. There are a lot of good clinics which upload regular results on YouTube. Always do your research before selecting any clinic or transplant surgeon. I hope you like the video. Please share and subscribe and provide me your useful feedback in the comment section.